Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Jamal Adams trade rumors, and I'm going to be giving out 5 potential trade locations for Jamal Adams to go to. As of now, he said that he put out a short list of the teams he wants to go to, 7 teams including the Ravens, the Cowboys, Texans, Chiefs, Eagles, 49ers, and Seahawks. Those are the teams that Jamal Adams was interested in going to. However, I have some ideas about other teams he could go to too. I'm going to give you 5 potential landing spots in this video. Please like and subscribe if you're new around here. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps my channel grow, and I hope you enjoy the video. So when talking about the Jamal Adams situation, we need to start about establishing who Jamal Adams is. Jamal Adams is one of the top safeties in the NFL, and last season, he was a first-team All-Pro member, Pro Bowler, and he was a Pro Bowler in 2018, too. He had 6.5 sacks last season and 3.5 sacks the year before. He's all over the football field. He's hard-hitting, does the dirty work, and is just an excellent safety to put in any defense. So let's start with my first team that I think he'd go to is the Dallas Cowboys. So the Cowboys obviously need help in that secondary. Right now they have Trayvon Diggs, Chidobe Awuzie at the corners, as well as HaHa Clinton-Dix and Xavier Woods at the safety position. I think they just need a star there. Obviously, Jamal Adams is from Texas, so going to Dallas would be sort of going home in a way. Adams, as I said, is a top safety. He'd add another guy, another star to that Dallas defense that has a lot of stars in DeMarcus Lawrence, Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith, guys like that. And also, it just makes sense because the Cowboys have had safety problems for a while now. A few years ago, there were rumors that they wanted Earl Thomas in Dallas. That never materialized, so I think Jamal Adams just fills that void. The one thing I think that may hamper any Jamal Adams to the Cowboys trade is that the Cowboys already have that Dak Prescott situation with the contract, and I feel like getting Jamal Adams is another guy that they're putting there in Dallas that they're going to have to re-sign at some point, and at some point, they're going to have to say no to some people, and I think Jamal Adams I think they'd rather sign Dak than Jamal Adams. I mean, this offseason, they had to get rid of Byron Jones because they didn't have the money for him, so watch out for that. Next team I'm interested in for a Jamal Adams trade is the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks have one of the better defenses in the NFL, but their secondary could still do with some work. I mean, they have Bradley McDougald there at strong safety. I think Jamal Adams could take his place and pair him next to Quandre Diggs and Quentin Dunbar if he's able to play, as well as guys like Shaquille Griffin. I mean, that secondary could go to the next level. The Seahawks were on that short list, so I think that could be a good fit for both the Seahawks and Jamal Adams. Moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles, we know that the Philadelphia Eagles have had problems in the secondary, problems defensively, but I think if they really want to make a statement, really show that they're better than the Cowboys, they need to go and get a safety. They have Jalen Mills and Rodney McLeod right there currently, but they did lose Malcolm Jenkins in free agency, and Jalen Mills is a cornerback by nature. So if they can move Jalen Mills back to his natural cornerback position, that would not only give them depth at the cornerback position, but it would just help out that entire secondary. And then you add Jamal Adams to a guy like Darius Slay in that secondary, and you have an absolutely star-studded secondary that would make a lot of the passing teams in the NFL really, really fearful. Going to be my final team on the short list that I think Jamal Adams could go to, and that'd be the Houston Texans. Once again, returning to his home state would be a really good move for him, and this Texans defense needs help. I mean, especially in the secondary, guys like Garyon Conley, Bradley Roby, Jalen Watkins, those are guys that are not going to really help your team get to the playoffs, and that's what the Texans want to do. They're in a tough division there in the AFC South with teams like the Colts, as well as the Titans. So I think getting Jamal Adams, maybe replacing Jalen Watkins, would be a good move, pairing him next to Justin Reed, and adding just another star to that Texans defense. A lot of these teams are just going to want to add stars. Next to J.J. Watt up front, I mean, they got guys like Zach Cunningham, who's an up-and-coming linebacker too, Whitney Merciless, guys like that. I mean, Jamal Adams just adds a force in the secondary. Really, all the Texans' defensive power is up front, and adding a guy in the secondary could just allow for the Texans to be that best team in the AFC South. Finally, this is a little bit of a bonus team. I'm going to talk about the Miami Dolphins. I think that could be a really good fit for Jamal Adams. Obviously, in the division, so I don't think this trade would happen, but theoretically, if Jamal Adams went to South Beach, I mean, this team could be absolutely awesome defensively. They'd have Xavier Howard and Byron Jones at the corners, and then they'd have Jamal Adams and Bobby McCain at the safety position. They'd have 3 Pro Bowl type all-pro type members of the secondary, and that can make that Dolphins defense really, really electric. Obviously, they have the star power. They have the draft capital to do it. They have the Texans' first-round pick this year, and they have this Texans' second-round pick this year. That would help facilitate any trade between the Jets. And that's part of the reason that I don't think the Texans would be able to pull off a trade. They don't have the draft capital to do it. However, I think the Dolphins being in the Jets division would hamper any trade rumors between them and Jamal Adams. I don't think it would happen just because I don't think the Jets want to give a division rival a player to that caliber.
Now that you've reached the end of my video, I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe as it helps my channel out, and check out my other videos on my channel. Also, you can follow my Instagram, the link is in the description down below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, see ya.